There's a train a-comin'. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All right, folks, it is Monday. And this is Nichols Live, and I am Larry Nichols. If you want to be a part of today's program, the number is 501-499-6022. That's 501-499-6022. Give me about 10 minutes before you call, please. If you want to send me a text with a question or a comment, the text number is 440-897-0611. 440-897-0611. Now, I have with me today Chad King again, because I keep bringing Chad on. So we have a running count of where we are with the video. Chad, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Larry. How you doing?
Hey, buddy. Have you got a count total as of this morning?
Total from last week, total?
From last week, yes, for this week.
Okay, we're at 236.
236. Guys, we should have been at 500 or 600 to be on schedule. 500 or 600, and we are at 236. Now, to add insult to injury, Greg just sent me a text, and we have live with us on just the listen line 7,760 people. 7,760 people. Now, we'll say this, Chad. I got several texts from people that were trying to get the video and couldn't get it to work or whatever. Folks, if you get there and you can't make it work, you send me a text. I'm sorry. I tried to forward them through to Chad, but Chad, will you give them your number so you can help? And only call Chad if you can't get the system to work. Just call about that. He can't take calls for everything else. All right, what you got, Chad?
626-255-3925. 626-255-3925.
And Alden said it is posted on our YouTube site. Now, you can also call Lori, and I don't know her number, or you can call Mary Ellen. I don't know their numbers offhand. So Alden said he will post them. Now, Chad, to get us up to date a little bit. First off, on the story we talked about Friday, about the man that supposedly went to Trump Towers, had a gun with a silencer, no serial number, and it turns out the guy gave a fake name, and the name that his fingerprints matched up to were that of a man that's been dead, an FBI agent for 9 years. Now, I have been told that the media and apparently even Trump's people want this story to just go away. They're backing off of it. Is that what you have found out, Chad?
That's what I've heard as well. Seems to be that way, yes.
Now, guys, let me tell you something. Let me tell you. I could go along with the fact that it might have been a bogus story. I can. By the way, Greg said that 7,760 also includes internet. All right. Now, that could be a bogus story. I agree. Except for one thing. There's no way that in a bogus story made up about the gun and the guy and all that, where would they come up with a name of a dead FBI agent from 9 years ago? Where? Now, also, Chad, as you know, I have a person who was close to the Trump Towers, I'll say it that way, that very much and indeed says, indeed, it did happen. And he's quite frustrated that it's being pushed aside as well. Now, I can tell you why it's being pushed aside, Chad. Secret Service. Secret Service is telling Trump, boy, whatever you do, don't go putting this out. Don't put it out for whatever reason they tell him. But, folks, you need to remember Secret Service works for Loretta Lynch. I believe the story happened. However, I'm not going to waste my time, your time. If Trump's people are stupid enough to let something this significant go, then just add that to the other things Trump seems to be doing that doesn't stand well for him winning the election. Now, we'll say, in addition, that Donald Trump gave a speech not long ago. I saw it. It was a good speech. He was talking about the economy, the crux of it being that he wants to go in and renegotiate our trade deals, et cetera, NAFTA and the TPP and all this other junk. He's absolutely 100% right. As a matter of fact, everything he said in that speech was strong. Everything he said in that speech needs to be done. He told it just like it was, down to and including that Hillary represents more of Obama. It's just the same old stuff, and we all know what the definition of crazy is, and that's doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different outcome. He was 100% on point. Great. Here's the problem. I believe that speech was maybe 20 years late. 20 years late. Because I think something that's being overlooked, you know, we're all out here and we're talking about Donald Trump and what Donald Trump's trying to do to revitalize America, which is create jobs in this country. And the reason I say that speech may be about 20 years too late, guys, I don't know that there's that many people in this country that want jobs, that really want jobs. You know, 51% of the country today is getting something from the government. 51%. So for me to believe that they're sitting out there in Detroit and they're just jumping up and down and they want these jobs to come back, I'd have to be convinced that they want a job, period. I don't know. I think we've been so socially engineered, so culturally destroyed that I'm not sure we are America anymore. I'm not sure we have much connecting us to the America we used to be, the America we should be. Then when I look at the video, states' rights, when I look at that, and I'm talking to 7,760 people, and 230 get it. Folks, we're not going to get states' rights when Hillary becomes president, if she does. We're not going to get it. We're not going to get it unless we start now, and unless we find one state, one governor, one state of people, one state legislature, and one issue. If we don't find that, then there's nothing going to save this country. Nothing. Now, Trump could get elected president. I don't know at the rate he's going, it's going to be tough, but he could get elected president. But even if he gets elected president, he's going to walk right slap into Washington, D.C., and it's already been stated by Paul Ryan and all the others, Republicans as well, all Republicans and Democrats as well, that when he gets there, they're going to block him at every turn. Nothing's going to change. Donald Trump, nothing's going to change. Seems to me, Chad, you and I have worked hard to try to get this done. It seems to me, Chad, that the one voice that could be heard the loudest would be Donald Trump about states' rights. Wouldn't it be something, Chad, if he stood up on a podium and said, I'm going to strip these crooked politicians of their power in Washington, D.C., and I'm going to put it back to you, the people, through states' rights. Wouldn't that be something, Chad?
Yeah, it'd be great. In fact, I don't know if you recall, back in October, September, after he saw the video, he did mention it once or twice in the media, but then he dropped it. Yeah, it'd be phenomenal.
That would be something. But he dropped it. The number, if you want to call Mary Ellen, is 240-499-6729. That's 240-499-6729. And she can help you get the video. And then I got a text from a listener that says supremacy clause versus states' rights. I don't think at this point that has any bearing, listener. I just don't. Not yet. And I got $5 in from Grant Taylor. Grant, you're a good friend. Thank you. Folks, I need your help today. Grant kicked it off, so if you can, go to PayPal, Nichols Live at AOL.com. Now, Chad, I don't really know that I know. When I'm asked about the supremacy clause versus states' rights, somebody's going to have to tell me under what application we're talking. You see, there is no supremacy clause, or there wasn't supposed to be. But if somebody is out there pushing a concept that the federal government has supremacy, they're wrong. They're wrong. Oh, they've had it in action indeed for the past years, but they're wrong. Nothing stands before states' rights. States are either sovereign, still being a part of the Union. We're not talking succession. States are either sovereign or the entire fundamental system of government that we had set up for us by our founding fathers and we think we have been living under no longer exist in any way. You understand that? Now, we don't have states' rights. Why? Because no state dared to get out and claim it. Now, I'm very proud to see North Carolina, thanks to one of our Americans that listens, Dan Brown. The governor of North Carolina is putting his foot down on voter ID, but he's making a horrible mistake if he intends, as I have heard, if he intends to follow the option of going all the way to the Supreme Court. You know, I don't know how to say this to y'all. I don't even know why I bothered to say it to you. Because only 230 of you give a damn enough to even want to get in the game and fight for this country. I don't know. I don't know why people come and listen to me. I don't. Just so you can be entertained and learn something else. This isn't about learning anything else. This isn't about getting some new thing that you know so that you can impress your friends and relatives or whatever. This is what I got from the listener. Is a clause within Article 6 of the Constitution dictates that federal law is the supreme law of the land. Is that true? No, it is not true. Now, if you look at in the 6th Amendment and look at the application of that, it deals in very specific areas, listener, very specific areas. Not a blanket the federal government is supreme. No way, no how. No way, no how. All right. Put the caller through. We've got a caller. All right,
Hello?
caller, are you there? Yes, caller. Hello.
Who have I got?
This is Larry.
Oh.
Who are you? Or is that who you're trying to call?
I was trying to see what on Eastern time. What time do you come on for us? Is it now?
It's now. Yes, ma'am. Eastern time. It'd be 2 to 3 your time, I believe, Eastern.
Okay, and I want you to know that I support you, and I've been reading about them for years, and I'm praying that that things will happen.
Well,
and what is your address? Your address. I need your address.
All right, my address for everybody is number 58. That is 58 Kensington. That's KENSINGTON Drive.
Okay.
And that's Conway, CONWAY, Arkansas, AR. And the zip is
ARKANSAS. Okay, go ahead.
And the zip is 72034.
Okay. We need and put Larry Nichols, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's why I didn't want the address. I hadn't got it.
All right. Well, now you've got it, hon, and welcome to the program. Welcome.
Yes, and I'm thinking everything is going to go good, hopefully, everything.
Honey, I hadn't seen it. I haven't seen that. I'm not willing to say that yet.
Well, I'm praying that it will. I'm just praying that it will. So that's all you can do, you know. And I've been reading about all this for years. I know a lot about stuff a lot of people don't know. A lot of people are just blinded to a lot of this stuff, you know.
Well,
but anyway,
let me ask you to do something, ma'am, before you hang up.
Okay.
I want you to go, write this down, statesrights.video. Okay. That's state with an S, right with an S, statesrights.video.
Okay.
And I want you to go there, and I want you to purchase a video called Revolution 2.0. Revolution 2.0.
I'll do it. Okay.
Then what I want you to do, and this is for everybody, this is what I'm trying to get everybody to do. We can save our country through states' rights if people will help me. Watch it 3 times until you absorb what I say, what's being said.
Okay.
And then at least twice a month, try to get somebody to come over and show it to them and tell them about it. If you'll do that, we'll grow an army big enough to turn this thing around fast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, caller. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. I've already watched Hillary's America, so tell everybody to watch that too.
All right, dear.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Larry?
Yes.
I think the audience has heard the story maybe once a long time ago, but could you tell that story about when you got back from Vietnam and the congressman sat you down from Arkansas?
Yeah, what Chad is talking about, when I was a pup, when I got back from Vietnam, we had 2 senators, very famous in the day, and Fulbright and McClellan. And I was testifying in a hearing before the Senate, Senator McClellan's committee. And for a couple of days, maybe 3 or 4, every evening, Senator McClellan and Fulbright would meet me at a local watering hole, and we would sit and they would talk to me. They called me Little Nichols. They knew my father, and they knew me from back in Arkansas as a kid. And we talked about a lot of things, and I kept looking around, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, like so many people at Washington, and the awe of the power. And one night they looked at each other, and they'd had a little bit too much bourbon and branch. They were a little bit tipsy, a lot tipsy. They looked at each other, and Senator Fulbright said, "Well, little Nichols, we think we can tell you. You think about all this power here in Washington." He said, "The truth of it is, the emperor has no clothes." No, he said, "You want to know the secrets of Washington? Here it is. The emperor has no clothes." And I kind of didn't understand. They said, "Little Nichols, look, it's like this. Washington has no power. It has no power over anything except that which every state in the Union has acceded." That's when I first learned the word acceded, that the states have acceded to the government. And if the states ever figure it out and stand up, Washington will be stripped of power, and it'll be the way it's supposed to be. That's a true story. And it was from that I learned back then that in 1986, Chad, I guess it's safe to tell it now. In 1986, when we were drafting, Chad, the 86 plan, you know about that, right, son?
Yeah, the FEMA plan.
Well, it's all of it. The way to get Bill elected president, and when he got through being president, wait a term, Hillary would run, she'd get to be president, and then she would appoint Bill to ambassador to UN, and then in 6 months he'd be Secretary General of UN. Then they'd be the most powerful couple in the history of the world. That was all included, counting the FEMA provisional government.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one thing that Hillary herself asked me. She said, "Well, all right, so we get there and we get this. What's the one thing? What's the one thing that could mess up our power?" And I told her states' rights. And I explained to her in 1986, Chad, that if the people ever woke up, and I explained the same story I just told here to her. And that's why I know they're listening to this program, y'all. Maybe not Hillary, but certainly her minions. And they're laughing at me. What's worse, they're laughing at y'all. They're laughing at us. Because you know what? They see that we're failing. She sees nothing but clear sailing. Because she sees 7,760 people, plus those that go to YouTube, which puts us somewhere between 10 and 13,000 people. And we need 2 to 3,000 to get the video now, so that we can do the watch it 3 times, show it twice a month, and grow the audience and find a state. They're laughing at us. They're laughing because we're failing. And I can see them giving each other the high five at the end of every show when I give the number of how many people have got the video. I can see them high-fiving each other and saying they ain't got a chance. There's nothing they can do to stop us. You know, Chad, I can't figure out here in this audience that we got how many of these people. And by the way, let me get it out of the way right now, right out in the open. Folks, there's a goodly number of you that don't have $20. I understand that. I do understand that. But there's not 7,760 of you that don't. So the question is, Chad, why? Why are people not getting a video that, if they'll just do what it says, gives them a chance? It's not a guarantee, but it's a chance to stop going downhill in about 3 months, 4 months, 5 months? Huh?
I don't know.
Tell
Larry,
me, son.
You came out. I don't know. I guess I don't respect the fact that you've been fighting for the last 25, 30 years and against the Clintons, trying to save this country back then. I mean, this is your last rodeo. This is your last fight. And if we don't do it this time, it's all over. You've been through beatings. You've had your entire, they tried to ruin your name in Arkansas. They tried to ruin everything, And I guess they don't respect the fact that, you are a true patriot. You are a person that truly does care about their grandkids' future. I guess they just don't respect it. Right? That's all I can think of.
Well, that's pretty good. I guess that's a pretty good answer. But see, folks, where you're messing up, if you're in that group, listen to me. You listen to me and you listen now. This isn't about me anymore. This video is not about me. This video is about you. It's about you. States' rights doesn't need Larry Nichols. States' rights needs you. You. You get the video, you watch it, absorb it, and you show it to people, and then you start spreading the word. And we try to find that one issue with that one state, with that one state legislature, with that one governor that understands and does it. One state, and you set this nation free. One state, and you set this nation free. The 30 to 45 days after Hillary Clinton is sworn in as president of the United States, that will never happen again. Never. I got a message from a listener who said, do you believe, hold on, let me get to it. Pardon me. Is the government behind sanctuary cities or is it the states? It's both. Both. And then I got this from listener. Arizona Attorney General is being sued over same voter ID issue as North Carolina ruling to come down September 2nd. Time is short. We must push for states' rights. That's right. That's right. I got $5 from Sanford. Sanford, thank you. Thank you so much, man. States' rights. Now, Arizona. I don't know the story about what Arizona's into with states' rights, but I can tell you right now, if the state attorney general's in a battle in federal court over voter ID, they've lost. I don't know what is hard about this. Get out of federal court. Do not go. If you're a state, stay out of federal court. Pass your laws and be compliant with the rules of your state. And once the state has passed all of the standards required for it to have created a law and signed it in with the governor, then you know what? You go to state court, yes. You go to state superior court, yes. But that's all you do. And tell the federal court to go to hell. Don't go to federal court. You go there, you have lost. Now you're walking into the black robe mob. Yeah, get that.
Well, I think maybe if you give people a little snippet of what's on the video and explain maybe a little bit more about that, well, what do you mean don't go to federal court, Larry? I mean, they're gonna come and get you. Why don't you explain about the funds a little bit, and so people can absorb it? You know what I mean?
All right.
That might.
Now, I don't understand this first, Chad. This is from the listener that sent the thing in about Arizona. It says suits are being filed on any state Romney won in 2012, and I don't know what that's about. Bruce, thank you. Got your 5. Thank you. And then I'll do this one right quick, Chad. Larry, is there any truth to the report about Hillary's health being bad? This is Kyle, and I did get the video. Thank you, Kyle. I'll answer you in just a minute. Let me go to what Chad's saying. When you get the video, here's what you're going to hear, some of it. You're going to hear me tell about the process state needs to go through. And then you're going to hear me say that, you know, when you've passed these laws or a law at the state level, don't go to federal court. Then what's going to happen? The federal judge, when state does not come to court, when they get a subpoena and the state says, thank you, but we're not coming, then the federal judge is going to slam and say, throw a fit and say, if you don't come, then we'll hold your state in contempt. And then if you don't come, one of the things they might do is we're going to withhold your state match or withhold the federal matching highway funds or the federal matching educational funding. They're going to penalize the state for not going into federal court. And what the state ought to simply do is say, fine, go ahead and withhold our federal highway matching funds. Just go ahead and withhold it. Hey, go ahead and withhold all of it. And what we'll do is we'll just withhold sending our money to the federal government. We'll just do our own bridges. We'll do our own roads. We'll do our own education. By the way, how's federal education working out for us anyway? You see, a state's got to be willing to stand up on its own. You don't realize it, but there's only 3 states, folks, that send in money to the federal government and get back what they sent in or more. That's California, New York, and Illinois. The rest of the states, when we send money in, we get back 30, 40, 50, maybe, if you're lucky, 60% of the money that's rightfully ours that should come back to us. The reason we don't get it back is because we have to chip in our money to help pay for California. And the fact that they've just gone nuts in their budget and they're drawing it down and the federal government supporting them. Every time you hear the federal government supporting a state, that's money from your pocket. A couple of things I talk about. When you talk about laws that a state might want to pass, hey, you want to get rid of illegal immigration and the draw it has on employment in your state for American workers? Hey, simple. We talked about it here before. All you got to do, state, pass a law saying any business that hires an illegal immigrant working at his company, first offense will be $5,000, 90 days in jail, mandatory. Can't get out of it. Second offense, $10,000 fine, 1 year in prison, mandatory. And you know what'll happen? You won't put 3 or 4 business owners in jail, and guess what? Illegals won't get a job in your state. Then you do the same law on real estate, renters, people that sell and rent property. If you get caught renting to an illegal, same penalty applies. $5,000, 90 days, $10,000, 1 year, mandatory. Now, the illegals in your state can't work and they can't have a place to live. You know what they'll do? They'll leave. Isn't that weird? Isn't that tough? They'll go to other states that will allow them to come in. You see, folks, there's things that can be done, like Trump's speech today. His speech today on the economy, hey, that was just pretty much common sense. Common sense. But do you think that's what's going to be told to the American people? No. I assure you tonight, just to show you how far gone we are, tonight there's going to be a hell of a lot more people in this nation all worried about who's going to win Olympic swimming or Olympic underwater basket weaving than what the hell's happening with their country. And what I need is about 3,000 of you people to stand up and do what you told me you would do months ago when we started this program. I told you when it was time, when the race defined itself, I'd have something for you to do that we could do that would save the country. And y'all said, oh boy, give it to us, give it to us. Well, by God, I did. And where are you? And I've said this, and I'm going to say it again. Chad, you can chime in at any time, buddy. But I've said this, and I'm going to say it again. If you're listening to this program because you're entertained or because whatever your reason, if it's not to engage the enemy and save this country, then get the hell off this damn airway. Get out of here. I don't want you here. I'm not doing a radio talk show. That's not what I'm doing. I never have. I'm not doing it now. The only people I want around me in this program are people that are willing to stand up. Yeah, you got to spend $20 essentially. Yes, you do. God forgive me for that. But Chad has offered, and I've told him, hell no. He has said, well, I guess we can just put it out on YouTube. No, you won't. We're not giving this thing away. You know why? Because you're going to put skin in this game. You're going to put skin in the game or get the hell out. Oh, we could put it on YouTube and 500,000 people could watch it. Wouldn't do a damn bit of good.
Larry,
I don't need a... Yes, sir.
One of the things that you go over is terrorism and the video. And the way it is now, the federal government's in charge of investigating any terrorists, right? And it looks like their hands are tied to me because they really keep saying, you know. For example, in Orlando, they had their eyes on that guy, on that creep that shot up that nightclub, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Hillary told them back then to back off, or somebody told them to back off the guy. If Florida had its states' rights and had their own state terrorism task force, do you think that would have happened with that Orlando shooter?
Nope. No, you see, the federal government, Chad, tells us, the FBI tells us, see something, say something. Well, guess what? In San Bernardino, people saw something and they said something, and guess what? The FBI threatened to prosecute them. Now, one of the laws I propose on the video, get it and see it for yourself, that you might recommend to your state representative if you're really serious about keeping your kids from having their heads cut off or blown up, set up a law in your state creating a statewide terrorism task force, just like the narcotics task force. And you involve state, county, and local law enforcement together, policing your area themselves, looking for the terrorist cells that are there and the lone wolves. Yeah, I say on the thing, you know what? It's a part of the law. I'd make every Muslim register. Go to the county courthouse and register. Sure do. Sure do. Well, gosh, that's Islamophobic. You bet it is. Reason I say that's because there ain't no such thing as a tame Muslim. If you know them, you know that's the truth. If you know the Quran, you know that's the truth. So getting them to register is a cut well better than what they had to do with the Japanese Americans in World War II. They put them all in internment camps. Why? For the very same reason. See, they didn't know who was going to kill Americans, blow them up, commit espionage or spy or whatever. So they had to put them all in internment. And we're not asking to put them all in internment camps. We're just saying register. And then overtly and covertly monitor the mosque. That's where the lone wolves get radicalized. If they know the cops are on them and watching them both overtly and covertly, you know what? They ain't going to be able to spread that crap there. You know, do you want your kids to be killed? You want your grandchildren to be killed, do you? With the rate we're going, You're gambling their lives. You say, well, it can't happen to me. Well, I bet they said that at San Bernardino the day before it happened. Bet they were saying that in Florida a day or two before it happened. It ain't going to happen to me. Where are y'all? Where are you? Text me and tell me that you're getting the video. At least let me know. Now, some of you have already done it, so thank you. Is there anybody out there listening to me? Are you? Text me and tell me you're getting the video. Tell me you want to do your part to try and save the country. Now, some of you are going to go along with the 11th commandment, thou shalt not rationalize. Some of you are just rationalizing to beat the band right now. Well, there's nothing I can do, and he's not right. There's nothing we can do. Well, I've heard all that crap before. When I was fighting Clinton, when he was president, and when he was running for president, all I got was, you're just one man, and you can't stop Bill Clinton. Well, by God, one man did. I got him impeached. Right? Made a major contribution to his impeachment. I sure didn't get any help from Washington, and I sure didn't get help from anybody in the beginning. But I stayed the course. I stayed after it. So I know it can work. And I, unlike all of y'all, I know what one person can do if you believe it, if you believe in it. If you believe in it. You know, Chad's one person. He studied me for what, Chad, a year?
Mm-hmm.
He asked me, what can I do?
Maybe this will help, Larry. Can I tell a quick story?
Yeah.
This is how fast it's spinning out of control, people. I'm going to give you an exclusive story that I don't think anybody's really, definitely not on the internet. Nobody's heard it. Basically, the reason that they're allowing a lot of this terrorism stuff to happen here in the U.S. and they're allowing all these refugees to come into this country is because they want terrorism. They want our towns and our schools to be, just complete terror zones. What the Clintons are doing is, it's called C40. You could look it up. It's www.c40.com, and the C stands for Clinton. They are trying to create cities, safe zones, where upper middle class, they want upper wealthy rich people, basically, to purchase homes in cities that they create that are complete safe zones. And the first one that they're creating is in Canada. It's currently underway. They're trying to raise money frantically for it. So think about that. A safe city, a utopian city with no terror in Canada, being marketed to upper rich middle class people. I mean, not even middle class, upper rich people in the United States, because they see Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. basically becoming one country. And wouldn't it be great to get the hell out of the U.S. and move into a safe city up in Canada somewhere? And the reason it's called C40 is because they want to make 40 of these cities. So there you have it.
Yeah, think about that, folks. Let me tell you, there's no such thing as a safe city with these damn Muslim terrorists. There's not. I got this. It says, what is the best state that has the best chance of pushing states' rights? Will they listen to someone who is not a resident? Yes. Yes. The place you call is North Carolina. Now, go to Larry Nichols Live, and Alden has a script up there that I wish you would call and read them. North Carolina, there's one, but don't go call him if you hadn't watched the video. Now, I got this from Kyle. Is there any truth reports about Hillary's health being bad? Let me tell you something, folks. See, there ain't no truth in that. There ain't no truth in that. Now, is her health bad? I don't give a damn. We can't be lucky enough for her health to be bad. She's eat up with mean. She's eat up with evil already. And if you want to wait until she drops over with some brain tumor, you're betting this whole country, you're betting my grandbaby's lives on something that I don't foresee happening. Don't do it. This ain't about Hillary and whether she's sick. This ain't about nothing. This ain't about Larry Nichols and whether you believe me or you don't believe me. You get the video, watch it for yourself, and then you do something. You do something. Or if I were you, I'd stay the hell away from a mirror. I mean it, stay away from that mirror. Because what you're going to see reflected in that mirror is no patriot. You may think you are, but you're not. Not if there's one chance in hell that there's something you can do to save this country. If you don't do it, then don't call yourself a patriot. Now, I wish there was a guaranteed silver bullet so that you knew that if you did it, it would guarantee you'd save this nation. Folks, if there was that, it'd have already been done. I know one person that would have already done it. Me.
Yeah, but Larry, we have work to do. Once we reach a goal of around 600 people, isn't that correct? You're going to start putting us to work.
Now you're going to work when you get the video, Chad. When you get the video, the job starts. Watch it 3 times minimal. Absorb it. And then at least twice a month, get people to your house or go to them, whatever, and show it. That's what you do. Go to them and show it. And then get them to get it. And then get them to spread the word. And what you're doing is you're looking for one damn person that somebody might know, that might be a state second caller, might be a state legislator, that might know the governor or whatever, and get a state to stand up and do it. That's what you're doing. That's what we need. And Chad, we needed 500 to 600 the first week. We had 230. So now we're behind. So now, by Friday, to get back on track where we stand a chance of having this thing get out there sufficient enough to get a number of people that we need to be able to find that one state, one issue, one legislature, etc., we're going to need 700 to 800. And we ought to be able to get that today. Where are y'all? Caller, are you there? Sorry. Caller, call back, or any of you that want to call, 501-499-6022. Now, here it is, 1:48, 48 minutes in. I haven't done one commercial, and I have to get money for me, for the treatment. Now, let me say this, and I hope I've said it loud. If all you've got is $20, get that video. Get the video. If you can get the video and help me, please do. Go to nicholslive@aol.com on PayPal. All right, caller, you're there.
Yes, hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, no, this is Scott again.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that well, there's a couple of things I was going to mention, but that story that you were talking about what happened up there with the Trump Towers. Now, there's a show that I kind of do regularly on Saturday evenings, and we play the clip of your show on Friday of what they were talking about.
Right.
And that guy is going to pass. He does another show, or he's a moderator of another show, the union show, UAW show, which he's going to facilitate that along, because there's a lot of people that download that show as well too.
Good. Thank you.
Now, in fairness, Alex Jones mentioned it very briefly or in vague details, I think, like maybe the day or so after. But from what he was kind of saying, it kind of leads me to believe that the Trump campaign is kind of playing that down for whatever reason, because he didn't go into the detail that she went into. So
right, they are purposely playing it down, and the media's working to purposely play it down and try to throw us off track on it. That's all happening. I can assure you, Scott, the person that I have talked to about it I assure you they saw it. It happened. But what can I do? What can you do? You did the right thing. Hey, somebody wants me to be a conspiracy guy. Fine, call me that. Hell, I've been called a lot worse.
Well, that's a badge of honor. So, I mean, the names don't mean anything. It's like so-called liberal, progressive, whatever. I mean, what is that supposed to mean? So, and a lot of what you've been saying about the Muslims and stuff, and, for years, I really never really paid attention to it. I'm not necessarily you, but, when a lot of people would talk about that. But, a lot of the stuff that I've been seeing, and, a lot of what I've seen, they kind of mask who they are. Just like, well, I'll give you, for instance, like, I don't know if you watched that instance with Alex Jones and the Young Turks, what happened at the RNC, and, how they attacked him and spit on him. Now, one of those girls on there, that one girl is Muslim or something, but, he mentioned the fact that they are associated with jihad or something like that. That's when that character his name is Jink User, I call him Frank. They blew up at him and talked about they supposedly are against Saudi Arabia. But then I've seen him make statements on C-SPAN, which a lot of his viewers wouldn't listen to that show, talking about the definition of what a young so-called progressive is a young progressive who wants to overthrow the establishment. And those are the words.
Scott, we've got to hurry, buddy. We've got to hurry. We're just about out of time. So go on. I'm sorry. Go on. Let her rip.
Okay, no. So, that's what I wanted to say. And that I'm also going to contact Chad about my trying to get the video.
Great.
Also up there.
And Scott, let me tell you something. Scott, listen to me. I wouldn't hit a lady, but a damn Muslim woman better not slap or spit on me, because I don't consider her a lady. I consider her a bug. Anybody that has a religion that wants to kill my kid or grandkids or your kids or grandkids, don't go spitting on me. You won't do it but once. All right, my brother. Thank you, Scott.
Okay.
All right, folks. See, that's what I'm talking about. Scott's going to get a hold of Chad. He'll get the video. He's working. He went on, a program after the show. That's what it requires. Effort. Nobody, not a one of you. Hey, Greg, text me how many people are listening now. I hope we've whittled it down to a couple thousand. Yeah, we got another caller. Caller, go ahead.
Larry.
Yes.
Hey, it's Terry from Minnesota. Did you get my PayPal payment? I sent you $5.
Yes, I did, Terry. Thank you so much, buddy. I'm sorry I didn't mention it.
Okay. I got a message back from Governor Dayton. I don't know if you want to hear this or not, but they said they looked into my issue and wanted to refer me to the Immigration and Nationality Act that does make it unlawful for any person knowingly to hire or recruit any alien. Right?
It's already there. It's already there, Terry, but that's the federal government. They're not enforcing it. What we're saying is the states need to implement it. Pass a law and implement it.
Man, this is tough. This is hard work. All right, yep. I'll keep after my escape.
Thank you, Terry, and I mean it. No, folks, Terry's right, guys. This is already. That's what's crazy. Hate to say it, folks, but there are already laws on the books, plenty sufficient to eliminate illegal immigrants from just blasting into this country. But you know what? We don't follow them. Federal government don't. All right, look here. We're at 7,746. We were at 7,760. So at least some people had enough courage to get the hell out of here. And then I got this. Judge Roy Moore is always standing up against federal tyranny. Yes, he is. And is facing a hearing today regarding his removal. Prayers, please. Alabama Chief Justice Roy Moore is always standing. Oh, it's the same thing. Now, look, folks. We got less than 5 minutes. Nobody. Yeah. You got another caller. Let him in.
Larry.
Yes.
Hey, real quick. I know it's at the end. This is Sanford.
Hey, Sanford.
Hey, sweetie. You're
Thank
not
you
only
for
a
your
brilliant
money.
strategist.
Thank you. Thank you
You
for
are
your
funny
help.
as hell with the underwater basket weaving, but that's not why I called. There's an article in the Washington Post under politics and then under courts and law about an attorney, Mark Ellis, who is a Clinton attorney.
Yeah, let me tell you, let me see if I got this for you, Sanford. He was hired by Soros to fight states' rights, huh?
Right. I didn't know if you'd brought that up or if it was worth, bringing up on the show or not, but I just wanted to bring your attention to it if you hadn't seen it.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, I've been in court battles with Mark Ellis. He's a lightweight piece of crap.
Oh, good.
Don't worry about him. But it's his law court. It's federal court. So, yeah, we'll get roughed around on that. But it don't matter. States' rights, he can't beat it. The good news is, Sanford, they're paying attention. The bad news is they're paying attention. They think we're failing. They think we're failing, and we are, Sanford. We're failing. We're a disappointment. We're ridiculous.
We just got to keep force multiplying the calls and the video, and just keep at it. The ones that are doing it, keep at it. The ones that aren't, they're not going to. But anyway, I'll get off. I know it's the end of the show. I just wanted to call in and mention that. And God bless you. Love you, Larry.
Sanford, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What do you call somebody that's listening to this program and has for months and won't get the video?
I can't say it on the radio. A sorry piece of, I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't understand why they're listening. Why are they listening? I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I couldn't tell you, but they're, I don't know. They don't get it. They don't get it that this is real. And that, and people that I talk to, I mean, a lot of them just don't even want to hear it. They don't get it. This is real. This is real. And when we turn into Venezuela, it's going to be, real to those people that didn't listen to. This is real. I finally realized about a year ago, and I'm like, oh my God, we got to do something.
Well, Sanford, thank you. And
was it worth Sanford? Was it worth the $20, Sanford?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. It's a good education. It gets your mind going. It gives the plan, plain and simple. It's certainly worth the money if you can afford it. I mean, I enjoyed it, and it opened my eyes to a lot of things. So yeah, it was worth it.
All right, dear.
All right. Take care, Larry.
Thank you. All right, Chad, we got about a minute. Anything for last words?
Please order the video, www.statesrights.video. If you have an issue, I'm available today for the next few hours. I'm at 626-255-3925. If you love this country, you're going to have to order it and help support our fight. Join the Army.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you for making the video. Thank you for gambling on something I asked you to do. And folks, please do me a favor. Do all of us a favor, those that are here trying to save the country. Don't show up tomorrow. Go to Alex Jones or Rush Limbaugh, Glenn Beck. There's plenty of programs on the air for you to get your hours worth of entertainment. Just don't do it here. Please. Don't offend me. And don't worry about offending me, because I know most of you don't care about that. Don't offend the people that are here that are truly trying to save this country as hard as they can. All right. Thank you, Chad. I'll let you know tomorrow how many people came through today. Tomorrow. There's a land that I've heard of, one in a lullaby.